How do you guys? Leonel Marra here, one more position of the week. Gabriel Cardoso here to help me again. Last week you guys saw with me 2-on-1 from the half guard, and today I start to put the setup to control him better. Let's start to talk about lockdown. I have this video from one of that positions up a couple years ago. I enjoyed that position again, and a couple more different setups to do the same, okay? Usually half guard here, I always have this setup inside here, the position, but to avoid here, you know, the half guard, I start to put. So look, remember, when you start to go to the lockdown, do not open to pass, because he enjoy for passing here in this time. So you pass the feet together. Now I lock my leg, I lock his leg, and I put pressure to extend. So in this point here I have lockdown and start to do. If you guys start to put lockdown outside here and start to put pressure, it become illegal. It's like an electric chair here. Couple guys start to working this way here, you know, so, but do not put lockdown outside. Your both feet inside, lock yourself, lock him. Now to put pressure, start to extend. For that position, do not totally extend here now, because you need the enter to the other leg for deep half guard. So when you guys understand the lockdown here, look how my arm is always here, and I put my hand inside the position between his leg and my leg here. I don't try to bring his pant, I don't try to bring his leg, I don't try nothing. In the first moment, I just use the lockdown to put his foot on the ceiling and his body in this way. So when I bring his body this way, now like a honey hole here, because that grip here, like a honey hole under his armpit, avoid a lot of stuff. The guys sometimes want to hug me, the guys want to hug my head here, and I start to move in sideways here. When I put him in this way, have a couple problems. If he put his shoulder on the ground, I just come up and conquer 2 points. If he's starting this way here, I start to work on this arm. Yes, so in couple times when I need it's very close to me here, I start to bring him to come on top too. But usually the guys fight here, you start to put pressure here, and I don't try to hunt or chase that arm because the guys start to fighting back to avoid. I just grip and start to grip side by side wherever the material that I have. Now I start to put pressure, for do not lose his leg here. I start to put more pressure on my lockdown and stretch him. Now it's very, very easy to sweep him here. In special if I put my hip inside here. Now it's natural he try to put his arm to the ground. Now I hold. Usually when I go here, sometimes it's hurt the arm a little, the guy, because I extend too much. But now when he try to put on the ground, I hold his arm and I start to go there. When I feel he falling here, he can't come back more. Now I start to hug him and I go all the way to the other side, and I still have him here. A couple tricks here. When I start to sit down on the ground here, my hip is totally on the ground, I start to open for passing here. But this is not 3 points. If you want 3 points from here, you stay in the lockdown and you start to give into him space for try to close his half guard here to fight is something to become half guard here. And do not open the lockdown because you still hook him. He lock 1, 2, 3. Now you open your lockdown to pass here. Now you conquer 3 points more. I still have my weight on him here and come straight for conquer more 2 points on the belly, on his knee on belly. So this option number 1 in the lockdown is when I bring his leg through my shoulder and I start to work here. Sometimes I try to bring his leg and he force his knee to the ground here, and I can't bring him. When I can't bring him here, I change the setup for the waiter sweep. For the waiter sweep here, I just lift him a little, and now I open the lockdown. In open the lockdown, you have two options. Bring him from the pant, or you move him like this to reach his leg and come. So now, to sweep him and make the position lighter, if you can hold his sleeves for avoid he attack your foot here, you can hold, or hold his collar here, lapels. I literally put him with my pendulum over my pendulum. When I put over my pendulum here, I start to stand up in war walk. If you put him off, stand up here, start to be harder and giving to him too much options for fighting. So to avoid this, I lay him down over my pendulum. And before then he touch the ground, come up in war walk. Now to pass here, you have couple options. Easier way, start to let it go and go to sprawl, or you have back attacks here. You have the other videos here from back attack here in Birimbolos, you guys can see too. In the third way here, let's put something more elaborate here. So option number one, I put his leg on my shoulder. Second option, I start to go for the waiter sweep. In the third option here now, my pendulum enter under his leg. And my other leg go like a butterfly off. So I create X here on his legs. So I create this X here on his leg with knee off, knee in. If you arrive in waiter sweep here, the pendulum enter under and start to move here. Now I start to pivot and put my foot inside to go for the keys of the dragon and sweep him to the back attack. So, detail. Enter. If you prefer to put the foot here, like I step on his leg, it's easier to pendulum, and look how my leg is already here. Detail number two, I don't like to lift him up. I prefer to go for the ankle and open his legs to attack him here. I hope you guys enjoy like I enjoy that positions.